looks like Australia are probably favourites in that game to take the first game, and Greg and Fleur,
Greg and Fleur were 3-2 up,
and they're
they're
still
competing
3-2 up.
Hoop 6. Yeah, they've been competing Hoop 6 for a while.
So Hoop 6 has turned into a real battleground. It looks like the Cubes have got a slight edge there. And how is Alison and Rob getting on? Alison and Rob is a very strong pairing indeed, I think. But nevertheless, Duncan.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they were down as their #1 pair though.
It looks like they've headed off towards Hoop 7. And the state of play looks. I know, maybe they're 4-11.
I think it's 4-2 to the Aussies. I think there's a.
Oh yeah, 4-2
there's
to
a
the
Hoop
Aussies.
2 and Hoop 5 to. Okay, so.
So actually, overall, Australia in strong.
Looks like they've got a slight lead in the other 3
Well,
games.
they're up in all 3, aren't they? Apart
Yes,
from
but
this
none
one,
of them
which
have
they've just
finished, so a lot can happen.
And remarkably, is this true? Remarkably, Australia are playing red and yellow in every single one of these doubles games.
Okay, that's an interesting start, yeah.
Yeah. This is the first stat of the stream, I think.
Would you like some more, Will?
Yes, Rachel. So I think actually the.
It looks like everyone's coming back on to now. Yeah, so this looks like it's. Oh, someone's. Yeah, so it looks like the Aussies have run Hoop 11 in the far game for, we think, a 6-5 lead to Australia. Do you think Blue's going to be taking that clearance on red?
What, same situation as last time?
Same situation as last time, but it's. Oh, no, that's a nice clearance by Pete.
I think it's just got a lot less lightly.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're restarting in this other game. So shall we go to?
Yeah, so we're restarting back again on lawn 2. So yellow's taken 3-yard position, slightly angled at hoop 1. Blue looks like it's gone in tight, but looks like it's gone a little bit too far.
Oh, that's a bit too far.
But it's probably not being cleared.
So we saw some local knowledge yesterday being exhibited by the Aussies.
Wendy played a lovely approach up to hoop 1, didn't she?
Yeah, which we thought was going to die just past hoop 5, but in fact there's a slight bump around hoop 5, and if you get up to the top of it, then it sort of rolls back down. And so a lot of, when you're first playing across here, you need to play it so gently that it almost won't reach, and then it just does. And in fact, I think Wendy's about to demonstrate exactly that. No, commentator's curse. That's okay. That's okay.
Runnable.
And to be honest, Wendy must be mostly thinking that red won't have to run the hoop from there because yellow's going to do it first.
So, what's black doing? Black will be having a pop at yellow, right?
I don't know. You'd think so, but this looks like position. That's position.
That's way too hard. No, are you sure? That looked like it. Not sure what that was.
I suppose you don't need to shift yellow all that far.
No, you just need to nudge it. Perhaps it was a gentle shot at yellow. I'm not sure I'd trust myself with a gentle shot, can we? Oh, it looks like so where he's looking at.
And that's a good hoop.
Yeah, that's lovely.
And Australia are already 1-0 up in this game.
So that's clearing position.
He's been a bit unfortunate to lag past the hoop there.
I don't know. It took quite a bit. It took a decent amount of wire.
That's true. Maybe he just hit that a bit too firmly, but Blue's not got wide position, and to be honest, that's a bit deep, I think.
It is, but I think yellow still will be taking that clearance shot on Blue.
Yeah, absolutely. But if red gets in between blue and the hoop here, that could be a bit awkward. And actually, you can see this swinging around. Ooh.
It's a bit long, isn't it?
It's a bit long.
I mean, it's in front.
I suppose in a way it's the right side of black of blue, because blue can only clear to corner 2.
I think yellow's just taking position now. Do you think?
No, I don't know. I think the way they're geared up with Ed being the shooter.
Yeah.
I think this has got to be blue, right? I think
yellow clears blue. Wendy takes that. Well, Wendy takes on the hoop. Well, depending on where yellow ends up, she might have the choice.
Oh, that's a cracking
nice
clearance.
shot. Lovely shot.
So Ed's made a great start to this game. Decent position at 1, good hoop, good clearance. I mean, that was a really cracking clearance. But I think even so, red's kind of committed to running this hoop. Don't you think?
You say that. We've seen quite a lot of hoops declined and clearances taken in similar positions to this, though. But blue is shooting at red.
Oh, brilliant.
Don't think red will be running that hoop. So yeah, red's got to clear black now.
And actually, look where blue's ended up.
Yeah, I know.
So blue's, it's just off screen, but blue's flicked off towards hoop 3. And with black where it is, and a kind of nervy 8-yarder for red to stop black running the hoop.
Yeah, if you miss this, you go a long way from the next two, don't you?
I think I'd rather be the Kiwis right now, even though you're 1-0 down, don't you think?
I don't know.
Oh dear, a distracting ball. That's terrible
ball
timing.
from offside, yeah. Let's hope she restalks and does everything properly.
Start again.
Looks like she is.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, so you can see Robin Allerton in the background there. Looks like they're now 4-3. Yeah, nice.
So given the circumstances, pressure shot and distraction halfway through.
Yeah, it's a good result.
It's a good result at a good time.
Yeah. And
now that blue that disappeared off towards hoop 3 is a bit of a liability, if anything.
Well, it just comes back, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter where on the lawn you are.
Smart.
Yeah. Looks like it's nice position and it's blocking yellow.
Blocking yellow.
This will be a clearance from yellow, I think.
Yeah. There is a tad of a discussion, but I think he's just checking with Wendy first. Are you okay with
She's
that
got
clearance?
a much better angle there, hasn't she?
And what does yellow really earn if he clears it? Nothing.
I think he just likes clearing things up.
No, this has got to be a clearance by Wendy here.
Body language says that he wants to do the clearance and she doesn't want him to do it.
But it looks like position. Yeah, and that's the right decision. Just position here, block, safety clearance.
I like block. Yeah. A ball in front, and the ball in front is normally a good strategy. That's okay. That looks like it's blocking some of yellow on the hoop.
No, I think that's slightly off yellow. But to be honest, it's academic if red doesn't hit this. Potential for an in-off and potential for just running straight through the hoop as a double. Watching it.
Other side, but it's clearance on black. Yep. And then it's going to be Dallas playing black, isn't it? So,
yeah.
Well, it's got to be clearance on yellow, isn't it?
I think so. You can't. I mean, if you stick a ball in here, you're forcing it into the jump, really.
It's probably only 3 yards. It might be. You've got quite a lot of space to try and hamper something. Maybe not a snuggle, but if you sort of try and get a hamper behind the ball, you've got a decent amount of space to screw up the footing. Or yeah, I still just want to play clearance.
The thing about a snuggle is that it either works or it really just does nothing. And
well, it's not really an obvious time to do it at hoop 2, is it? It's much better on the corner hoops. Oh yeah, it's a clearance. Oh dear.
Oh dear, Dallas.
That was a similar to the one at hoop 8, wasn't it?
And now we'll see clearance or jump or hoop. I think it's actually just hoop is open, right? But this looks like
I'm not sure it's open. I think a gentle clearance like that was mild.
That was not off the face, I don't think.
Oh dear, and yeah, mallet on the ground. Not happy with that.
It happens. You just got to hope it doesn't happen at times like that.
Red's on side though, isn't it?
Yeah, but when you're first to approach anyway, it's not a big deal. So, 1-1.
And blue's off the lawn.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, that's actually relevant. Thank you. So, the relevance of blue being off the lawn is that if blue only ran by a metre or so, yellow's got a speculative clearance on blue later, and could potentially clear blue to corner form.
Yeah, it's particularly relevant because I mean black's the other side. Black's a long way away, the
And
side of the lawn.
And if blue sort of doesn't quite reach a boundary, then yellow's got a potential snuggle. But both are pretty ambitious shots, and on the whole, a bit overkill.
Oh,
Really.
that's a nice position by
That's
Wendy.
a very nice position, yeah. And you know, Ed would have been pretty annoyed not to have done better with yellow, but
Oh, look, there's that hill again.
yeah. But actually,
That's in front though.
where yellow is, you're looking at a okay position to get a block, right? The
Yeah,
rush lines are
definitely. I'm
pretty
definitely
similar.
playing for the block with blocking. Oh, that's rather short. Think he's playing for the block on blue?
I think he was prioritising the block there. Doesn't look like he got it.
I think his priority. Oh, that's.
Either that's a very good shot or a very lucky shot.
Either way,
got a
thank you
big
very
grin on
much.
his face.
Yeah, I bet. I think that might have been rather a lucky shot then.
I think that was.
I think red might have been open.
I think that's a spot of luck there.
So, it looks like we are going to hoop 13 in one of the other games. So the Pete and Webby game has gone to hoop 13. And the Aussies are first to approach. Looks like they've gone a little bit past. So Dallas taking position at hoop 3 again. This is probably just going to try and block Red's hoop shot. Oh, and that looks like it's fallen foul of the hill again. Yellow to deep position, blue I reckon to really tight position again, trying to block red. I'll probably think that's gone a little bit too far, but it's in front and it looks like it might be runnable. So I don't think this will be a hoop shot attempt by Wendy. Probably just another ball in front. Probably got quite a nice spot where black is blocked by blue, if she can get it. Not sure how close that leaves you from the hoop. I think it's where she might be aiming for. Oh, no, that looks a little bit short, and it might even have got in the way of yellow on blue. I think black's just going to get rid of red here. I think yellow might be taking on a speculative hoop, potentially. Oh, no.
So it's black to play first.
Black to play. This looks like it's a promotion. Oh, I don't like that.
Oh, I don't like that at all. It's got a lot to do in this one shot because red's got a decent hoop shot, right?
Red's got a decent hoop shot. Oh, that's just saying please dispatch blue to the
Yeah.
south boundary.
But what else was there on the cards for them?
Clear yellow, clear red. Put a ball really, really tight position.
I don't think that yellow's hoop shot is that speculative. It can't be much more than 4 yards. Oh, he's got it anyway.
Great shot.
So 2-1 to the Aussies.
It's nice. It's
actually-
nice to see some people taking on some longer hoops.
Well, yeah. I mean, that was a 4-yarder, I'd say.
Yeah, it's not that long. But yeah, that was nice. And as you can see, it's bounced off. Oh, yeah, that bounced off the concrete. This side of the lawn as well. So that is 2-1 to the
It doesn't
Aussies.
seem like it doesn't seem like Ed or George are too fussed about holding on to position with when they're running the hoops. Yeah.
No, they do seem to run them pretty hard, pretty near.
But I suppose if you're
prioritising
prioritising if you're prioritising position at the next hoop and in so doing you don't actually run the hoop you're for at the moment.
Yeah, it's personal preference, isn't it, really, in terms of the style for taking some of those shots.
And Wendy's kind of lagged a bit past the hoop there, and if you're Ed now and you're taking this clearance on,
I don't think well,
there's not much
it's
point,
debatable whether you should take the clearance on, isn't it, with red there? Putting a ball in front gives them a choice, and we've seen quite a lot of choices where they've gone for the clearance here.
Yeah.
Because red can see black.
Red can see black.
And we've
And
not
even
actually...
if you hit, you have to stop pretty much bang dead. Otherwise,
You do,
you
and
just have to do another.
I don't think we've actually seen this exact position where George has had to make the choice about whether or not he goes for the hoop.
Oh.
I don't think they've been forced to make that choice yet. But he's gone for the
Absolutely.
clearance and hit it. So.
But I think that was a time where actually you don't want to do that clearance, if anything. Like, it's nice now he's made it, but if you miss up to corner 3, or catch the left-hand side of it and disappear far away.
You're a real disadvantage at hoop 5 as well. So we have 2 balls in front of the hoop for the Kiwis. Wendy really needs to stop dead on black here, if that's the shot she's going to play. I think that's probably what she'll be doing. Yep, looks like it. Oh, it's probably gone a little bit further than she'd like on red, but it's not disappeared completely. So I think just black to come back, put the pressure on here and keep the Aussies clearing. So we have, I think that was Judy Wembridge just running hoop 13 in the first game on that other lawn. So we've 1-0 to the Aussies in that match. The other 2 games are still in progress. Hoop 8 and hoop 10 in both of those games. So we should get some more results from them shortly soon as well. So this looks like it might be a hoop shot, Will. What do you think of this one?
Yeah, not sure.
Oh.
So I'm currently linking this to the croquet forums. Just try to message briefly. I think, I don't know, it wasn't a very appetizing looking hoop shot, was it? Is red on side?
Yes.
If blue runs this, it's not too bad for the Aussies.
No, so the yes, the Kiwis are running it to go to all, but they've not run it yet. Not yet. They're not too. No. So this is to go to all. It's 5 feet probably. Yep, and through the hoop. So that's 2 all. So red came there legally off black, so just needs to tap into nice position from where it is. And then I think we're probably going to see yellow trying to play a block shot, because we're going to see George trying to clear that with blue. Yep, so that's nice position in front. Got a little bit of angle on that and a little bit more space for yellow to try and get the block, which is nice. So I think Dallas will just be playing black in front, aiming to not block blue and red. Yeah, so that looks like it's a nice position in front. Ooh, I think that might have blocked blue's shot, or at least make it a little bit trickier. So yeah, yellow just playing into the mix, trying to block whatever wasn't blocked. Well, this looks like he's taking a big swing at it. Yeah, that's a clearance. Ooh, just missed. I imagine he might have only had half a ball there. So Wendy to run this. If she manages, I was going to say black looks like it's slap bang behind the hoop, so it's going to have a bit of a tricky approach to the next hoop if Wendy runs this nicely. Yeah, that's a really nice hoop run. Bounced off the peg a little bit there, but she's bounced back, so it's fine. Nothing worse than being stuck on the peg there. So yeah, black's straight behind the hoop, so probably playing out to the right, I guess. Oh, no. It looks like they're looking at whether they should hamper yellow's approach instead. That's an interesting approach. They are quite close, but there are a few hills on these lawns, so yeah, it looks like they've just opted to take position going to the right side of the hoops. They're either going to leave themselves a long hoop shot, or yeah, it looks like that's just going to be clearing position for yellow or red a little bit later. So yellow's got an easy enough approach. Yeah, nice position, but it's really close to black, so I don't think it'll be there for very long. So they've chosen to leave blue where it was. So is this going to be in position? That's probably good enough. So it's probably going to force a clearance with red. Whether that's going to be blue or black remains to be seen. I think she'll probably prefer the clearance on blue here. Yeah, so this looks like it's a clearance on blue. Oh, no, is that a hoop shot? Yeah, that looks like it was a speculative attempt. So, nice clearance here. Gets you really back into the game here. Oh, Dallas. She won't be very happy with that at all. Well, it's there, and Ed positively running up to that ball to take his hoop shot. Wow, that jumped through the hoop a little bit. Yep, nice shot. So that's 4-2. Oh. Yes, that's now 4-2 to the Aussies, after having run the last two hoops. Yeah, really nice position with blue. And we're going to have Ed taking that clearance on again, rather than Wendy, which they'll probably be happy with. Yeah, red's gone a little bit past again there, but it's still in front. Black was offside because Dallas missing.
So the Aussies have taken the central two hoops then.
Yeah.
And now Dallas is playing in, so...
Yep, and then Ed's got a 7-yarder for...
Well, for a good position at the hoop, really, and
Yep. So swung a little bit in the last couple of hoops. I mean, those middle two hoops can make such... It's so easy to win and lose games through those middle two hoops, isn't it?
If you're 3-0 down, you've got a relatively short clearance at 5. Oh, that's brilliant. That's wonderful.
Yeah, it's great.
And actually, given where black is, he's a little bit unlucky to get a spot of lawn where he's not wired blue from a return clearance.
Yeah, black still might be a bit of a distraction, though.
It is, yeah. The worst thing you want to be thinking right now is don't hit black.
Well, to be honest, hitting black's not so bad. I mean, black's probably in the way of the footing on the hoop shot with red, probably.
Well, the thing about clearing black is, I mean, right now Wendy might be looking at this thinking, I'm not too keen. And if with black there, she has to basically go for it, right?
Oh, so it looks like we've had another game finished. So it looks like Alison and Robert won the first game because the Kiwis have played first to hoop 1. So it looks like we've got another Australian win over there. So just as a quick recap, for anyone that may be joining us more recently, we are doing the majority of the live streaming on Lawn 2. The first game that was won by the Kiwis. 2 other games in the doubles this afternoon have been won by Aussies, and the 4th game is still in progress.
Still in progress.
So,
and actually, that seems to have swung when we were last talking about that game.
Greg and Flo were well up, weren't they? They were 3-2 up, yeah.
And actually, now it's I think they're 5-4 down. In fact.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're 5-4 down as well.
So that game's talking of swings, black's in the draws. black's in the draws.
Oh, sorry, we move away for 2 minutes.
So this is another potential swing, because if yellow gets this out, then all's good.
That looks like it's moved it.
It's moved it.
It's moved it, and I'm not sure how easily black runs.
Well, just as importantly, what does red have now? Because before red had a speculative jump.
No,
Worst case
now red's just
scenario.
got a clearance.
Yeah, worst case scenario, that jump's still there, but I think red's got an okay clearance.
I don't think red will have in a minute, though. This looks like it's a clear. Oh,
No,
that's even better.
That's even better.
That's a rather
That's a
unfortunate
nightmare.
outcome for blue.
And it's very difficult to tell because you
Oh,
know,
good.
around the hoop,
good.
every
They are actually discussing where this went off, which is good.
yeah, because it's difficult to tell from here because around the hoops, like the positioning of black, if it changes by a millimeter, it changes it from open hoop to in off to no in off and so on.
I'm not sure
But
this is an in off, but it's easily clearable.
Yeah, and I think red's going to hit the hoop straight away afterwards. So
Red should hopefully stick around on the hoop.
nice
Yeah,
one,
good
nice
job.
one. So actually, maybe black was a bit further from the hoop than we expected. But no, that's they'll take that from where they were, won't they? Mind you, 2 balls behind the hoop.
I think they're
Dallas has got a bit
they're-
of long where she can get this black wired. Which
Yeah,
one would you be prioritising right now? Wiring red or wiring yellow?
Wiring red, I think.
I don't know. I think
I
yellow's
think
got
that
a
held a bit. So yeah, but I think you want. But the thing is, blue's happy taking the.
No, I think actually potentially wiring yellow is okay because. Well, I was going to say because yellow.
That's a nice shot.
Yeah, that is a very nice shot.
We've not seen him play many of those really delicate
Yeah, but
position shots. I mean, that's a great shot.
yeah, it is.
I'm not sure what this is going to be.
This could be a
Clearance?
nudge on black to
Is
open
he?
up
Is
the
he?
clearance.
Is he? He's not playing a jump, is it? That's a nice shot. Nice clearance. But he's lost blue, hasn't he?
And now,
Which is why I would have wired on red.
well done, Rachel. As ever, you've outwitted me tactically again.
Oh, I think there's a bit of a hill here. I'm not sure. I think trying to trickle through the hoop's okay, isn't it?
Have we seen Dallas do any jumps? Ooh, if
I
there's a
think
hill,
I'd- I
you can
think I'd
play
have
for it, but that's the risk, isn't it?
I think I'd have probably gone through the hoop there. Because even if you end up in the yeah.
It's just a question of does Dallas like jumping? I think if you end up in the draws, it's not great though, because Dallas doesn't have to take that jump.
No, she doesn't. She just
With no
plays,
other
plays for
ball
position.
anywhere nearby, as long as she's happy doing like a 2-foot jump, she can just lag to 2 feet. Oh, Dallas.
Or perhaps they wanted to make Dallas play that shot. And
No, I don't think so. That's
is he going to be greedy and play for a nudge? No. he's
why
just
not, to
playing
be
for-
honest?
He's playing for position.
Why not? He's wanting the nudge. He didn't get it. but
Yeah, it's a nice position though, isn't he?
like so long as that doesn't hill onto the back of the hoop, what's the harm in doing the nudge?
It's fine as long as yellow still ends up in position.
And again, you know, we were talking about polarity earlier. Wendy running this hoop is quite a lot nicer because then Dallas is first to approach hoop 8. And not only is she first to approach hoop 8, she's got to approach from offside.
Yeah, that's true.
Whereas if Ed runs this,
And we've already commented that, particularly on this side of hoop 1, on that hoop, there's some hills. I'm not sure. We've not seen any other shots played from.
this has got to be a speculative clearance.
Yeah, it looks like it is. It looks,
Not quite.
yeah, quite close there. Oh, looks like
Got
we've
a
got another result.
And actually, judging from the scores when we last spoke, it seems like Greg and Fleur may have lost that game.
Body language doesn't look great, does it?
Doesn't. I suppose they were only 3-2 up.
They were.
But
I think they were 3-1 up as well. But yeah.
But even so, they
So-
look like they're in commanding lead there.
Yeah,
They look
it
like
looks like that swung through that looks like that game swung through the middle as well potentially. So we think we'll see in a minute when we see who plays the first shot in the next game. But we think after the first round, it's probably 2 games to the Aussies, 2 games to the Kiwis.
Yeah, and this game that we're covering right now, it's looking like the Aussies will even off this match and it'll go to a third, right?
It's certainly looking that way. So
This
they're
is for
4-2 at the moment, and this shot is for 5-2. Let's see.
5-2 and position. Ooh.
Well, it's still 5-2.
Yeah,
we
5-2.
Probably wanted that to go a little bit further down the lawn, but it's still 5-2.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
blue was very quick to play there to a rather short position.
Yeah, that's a bit of a let-off, to be honest. If red gets if red gets near the hoop,
Red
blue's
just
got a bit of an awkward choice.
Ah,
Basically, red just doesn't want to.
Red just needs good position here. Put the pressure on.
Yeah.
And then the
I think it just wants to be within a couple of feet of the hoop. It doesn't even matter too much if it's not even in front.
Come on, a little bit further would be good.
I think that's like just far enough.
Well, I think that blue's. I think blue's probably clearing red.
I think it will be, but black has to get decent position.
Yeah, there's a few obstacles as well. Yellow looks.
Yeah. And actually, I think
That looks
I
like
think
it's
there was a
going to be
little
short
bit of a
as
hill
well.
as well
Yeah,
here,
that
because
looks like it's gone a similar way to blue, doesn't it?
so black's ended up about the same position as.
There's a nice big
as
hole for
red.
yellow to fit through here between red and black, though.
This is a clearance on blue, and actually, to be honest, if he gets it,
I don't think
Aussies
I
are
like
instant
that.
favourites. Well, it wasn't my first thought, but now that's happened, it's worked out pretty well.
Until blue clears red.
It's got to be a good clearance there, and,
Yeah,
and
it
blue
does
was
need to be
always
good
clearing
clearance.
red. There's no point sticking yellow in and just yellow watching as black runs the hoop, right?
The question is, do you think George is thinking, do I want Dallas to take on that hoop?
Yeah. Doubles is a team game. You've got to trust your partner to do shots. I think a lot of doubles partnerships. That's great
Nice
shot. Well done. I think a lot of doubles partnerships can break down because you know how it is. In games, you play good shots, you play bad shots. If you stop trusting your partner to do certain shots and you try to go into hero mode and try to do it all yourself, that doesn't help the situation.
Hero mode.
That doesn't help the situation. It just disintegrates the game. You know, you're stuck there trying outrageous shots and just missing every last one of them because, no one can do godlike shots every shot.
She doesn't look very happy with that. That looks like, that looks like it's held as well. And it's a bit
That's
short.
a bit short anyway.
Yeah, she
wasn't
didn't
it?
look happy with that at all.
In fact, all three approaches were short to this hoop.
Yeah.
And this has taken the pressure off Dallas' shot a little bit.
Yeah,
And
nice hoop.
So that's important, not just for the score, but also for her confidence, I think.
Yeah, definitely. That's a nice hoop.
So it's
Wasn't
5-3
that short either. Yeah.
to Australia now. And yeah, after Dallas had a bit of a nightmare at a couple of previous hoops, I think that'll do the world of good for her, right?
Yeah, definitely. You might see them getting a little bit more back into that scoreline now.
But having said that,
But they've still got to hit the clearance at 9 first, and that looks like it's quite a nice position with yellow.
yeah, and having said that, Ed and Wendy played that hoop fine, I think. As in, it was a good clearance by Ed, and essentially it was what won it for the Kiwis was George's clearance and Dallas's hoop run.
Yes,
so their
but we
confidence
don't.
went
But
to
we
take it
don't.
or
But
not.
we don't know what shot they would have played if they'd not played. If that clearance, the first clearance, hadn't been taken. If he'd been left with that choice between the clearance and the hoop, and yellow had just gone in front,
Well,
and Wendy had to hit the clearance.
perhaps, yeah.
I mean, perhaps it was just a question. Ed just thought it was a question of did he want to take the clearance or did Wendy want to take the clearance? But
Oh, great shot.
great shot by Dallas.
So-
yeah, it looks like she's.
So
back in
I
the game.
don't think the Aussies' confidence has been knocked, but I do think Dallas's confidence has risen a little bit.
Yeah, well, she's
And
had
that's
two,
and that's
she's
good.
had two great.
That's good news if we want to, as a
new.
neutral. That's good news. This is a clearance. This is a. I mean, this is a. This is
Why is
going out and
black?
winning the game, all right, but it's also a pretty quick way to go off and lose the game. I really don't like that shot. I'm afraid. I think you can get pretty much the same effect by just taking position, right?
I think it's a bit different if blue's a couple of yards further into the lawn, as in towards hoop 10.
Basically, if blue clears this and stops dead, sure.
Okay, so it looks like it's Wendy to run this hoop for 6-3.
Run or draws? Would you draws?
No, I'm running this. 6-3 is too. 6-3 is too good.
Yeah, if you stick it on the wire, going for the draws, you feel like such a muppet.
It's quite straight as well.
Yeah. Having said that, if you're trickling through for 6-3 is okay too, but.
She's hung around.
Yeah, but even so, she'll be disappointed, I think.
Yeah, I know, but
Maybe she'll
the
in
hoops-
two minds too. You know, how often do we see that?
yeah, that's true.
Where you got two really good options.
You just
and
need to
you'd take
make your
either of them in
decision
a
before you
heartbeat.
take the hoop.
Yeah, you play your shot before you know which one you want.
That was played quite quickly as well.
Yeah, Jordan Dallas might actually get back into this game still.
That looks like it was a block attempt, but
Yeah,
red on black
position
here.
first and foremost.
Red
And
on
with
black
yellow,
here.
with yellow where with yellow having a bit of a tricky hoop shot.
The yellow's going to clear blue, isn't it?
Mm.
Red needs to take now. Wrong side, really.
I think that's okay. I don't think there was too much more Red could be doing with this. I think the issue now for the Aussies is that yellow's not in hoop running position.
Yeah, I've been tempted to perhaps go a little bit deeper, maybe.
Because yellow clearing blue is not too bad for the
Because
Kiwis.
black, because you always know that it's going to be black taking the clearance, and Dallas isn't going to be clear. This isn't going to be a massive clearance, is it? It's not going to be. Oh, that was quite hard.
And actually,
She
to be
did.
honest,
She did go with quite a lot of power on that.
Did Dallas need to hit that? Would you have been tempted to just go position there?
Depends how worried you are about him running the hoop, isn't it? Perhaps it looked better than. Perhaps it looked
Yeah,
better
it's
down
difficult
there
from
than
this
it did
angle
here.
to know for sure. Okay, and this hoop has basically started again.
Yep.
Although, now I've said that, George
I
will probably
think-
just ping it through, right?
Well, no. So I think you've got to be quite careful there, haven't you? Because if blue just plays straight in front, red plays to position, black plays to position, yellow marks
Yeah.
blue to the other side of the lawn.
Or, what do you reckon to the promotion? Yellow hits yellow, red hits yellow and lawn, yellow runs. It's got a certain,
It does. It's going to be quite a long hoop shot, though.
yeah, that's true. It's true.
I'd prefer it if it was promoting it to a yard in front.
Well,
Not 5 yards, but it looks like they're having a chat.
Well,
Dallas's mallet is pointing to the boundary. I wonder what they're
if
thinking
you could
about.
pick up blue right now and put it somewhere on the lawn, where would you be? Other than, the jaws or whatever, but it's not really obvious. I don't...
The boundary looks quite attractive.
Yeah. If you go in lawn, you're just setting yourself up to be cleared by
Well, you
yellow.
you know Ed's going to be playing that clearance if you're anywhere in front of the hoop. Yeah, I think off the
But-
boundary is the safest place.
But materially, what is different about blue there? Nothing. So really blue's just waiting for black to come back into the mix. I think that's what that shot does.
This is a promotion.
This is a promotion. And if Wendy plays this well...
She can leave red in a useful, non-dangerous place.
Exactly. Where's blue going to hit red to?
Yeah, that's
And
sort of ish, giving them a free hoop shot.
Mm. And,
If they're happy with the clearance.
if black doesn't get this block, yellow has a hack at the hoop. What's blue going to do? He can't clear red.
How I go at the hoop?
Yeah. And actually, his hoop shot from where he is at the moment is not much better than what he had about a minute ago.
It's pretty straight.
It's a bit straighter, true.
So,
But in the meanwhile, he's conceded a free hoop shot for yellow.
looks like she's playing for... This looks like blocking position, we reckon.
I suppose the difference is, though, is that if you go for that hoop as George and just miss, you're giving the Aussies an easy hoop approach. Giving them a...
That's not a trivial hoop.
I think Ed's mind is already made up, though. This is a hoop shot, right?
Yeah, he's not even looking at it, is he?
And that's the way it's got to be. You've got to make your mind up before Dallas goes for it.
We knew it was going to go after he took on
Yeah.
that clearance a couple of turns ago.
Unless
He's
block...
going for this hoop, isn't he?
Oh,
That's okay.
That's probably better than what you wanted, right?
It's fine as long as red plays black.
Red clears black, yeah. And that's why it was important that on that rush, red didn't go
Yeah, that
too
went.
far in lawn. Because blue's really not got too much option here about what it can do to red, and it looks like he's taking on the speculative jump shot. Which, I say speculative, it's exactly what I'd be doing.
It's quite long, but it's
It's
straight.
quite long, but
straight.
you can't let yellow run from there, right?
Well, what other options has he got? He's
Exactly.
got. It looked like it was straight, but did it just go over?
Can we get a replay of that? Is that we'll keep you informed on whether Wendy clears. Yeah, so Wendy's cleared.
Wendy's got a good clearance.
So-
She's cleared black. Basically halfway between hoop 5 and the peg.
Yeah.
So
this is hoop over, and to be honest,
I think she's got a little bit of yellow. Yeah, so there's the replay. Oh, yeah.
It's just to the side. I think the trajectory is good.
Yeah, he'll be probably
So-
quite pleased with that attempt.
So that replay is quite cool. It's a very powerful tool, which I think we might end up using, abusing, and then overusing or something. But yeah, that's quite cool. That's
Oh, that looked quite good.
well, that's
I think she had some of that. I think she probably had half a ball on that.
yeah, and at this stage, you can't let yellow run from there. You have to do everything in your power to try to stop that happening.
Well, I mean, your other option is playing halfway, but you're going 6-3
Halfway
down.
to go 6-3 down with them in
So
front of
it's
hoop
now
9.
6-3 to Australia. And how far? Yeah, that looks like it's not in hoop running position, but it's
He's in command of the hoop already, isn't he?
yeah. He's not
And-
really. I'd rather be the other side, but
No, but
yeah.
when you're 6-3 up, you become a lot less picky, I feel. And Blue's offside anyway, so Blue's not got too much to say about where he ends up, really. He's approaching from more than 20 yards away.
Yeah, and there were a few hills when we were approaching this hoop in the last game.
That's true. We saw... Yeah, that's true.
I was approaching from.
Was it hoop 3? In this game, hoop 3?
No, it was
Swans-
It was approaching hoop 10. The couple of approaches from. I think it was between hoop 1 and sort of maybe not quite over to halfway, but I expect this. Oh, that looks like he's hit it quite hard.
I think that's what he wants, though.
Yeah, it does, because there'd be. It's still short, and
It's
it looks
still
like
short.
he topped it, but it's in.
That's
It's
not
a
where he
bit
needs to be.
close to yellow.
Yeah. I mean, it looked like it had legs to get there.
I did. I
but,
thought it was going past, but
um,
and again, that looks like it's racing, but I think that will die down.
no,
as well,
that's
and
turning left.
This looks like it's quite a tricky hoop to approach.
Yeah. So,
I think I'll probably be lagging back with black here.
why? I think you go to the right.
Yeah, I was going to
I
say, you've
think-
got a spot, haven't you, wide from red? As a
I think
decent-
if you lag back, you're not putting any pressure on red to do anything. Red can just go in front.
Yeah, but yellow's got. It's not.
Yellow's got a clearance, but we've not seen too many stop shots by Ed.
No, that's true.
Ed's skill this match has been just shifting balls away, like getting them as far away as possible. But
He's
in
run
so
some
doing, he
good
quite
hoops as well,
yeah,
but
that's true. But in so doing, he loses his
Did he?
ball to a distance.
He missed that.
Yeah, he went for black and missed it.
I went for black.
And is this a hoop shot?
This looks like a hoop shot.
This
Not sure I like that.
perhaps we've still got the monkey on our back about these Atkins hoops, but that didn't look like an appealing hoop shot, and it seemed like he took that on a bit quickly. I wonder if there was a better option. Nothing springs to mind. I wonder if he just looked at the situation and thought, I can't really
I've
think
not
of
had a
much
hoop
better.
shot for a while.
Well, that too. Although he had a jump shot, I suppose, at 9, but maybe he just looked at it and thought there's nothing obvious to do.
I'll go for the hoop.
Yeah. And actually, with blue where it is, it's not too bad. Red's
Oh
not
yeah,
got.
no, I mean he's hung around. I mean we've seen a few horrible rejections. We saw a few yesterday, didn't we? In some of the other doubles games then, where people went for some pretty angled hoops and got absolutely horrible rejections off the
Yeah.
far wire and bounced off to like halfway across the lawn. So yeah, I'd be happy with rejecting to there.
So yeah,
Looks
red's
like
just going in front.
Red's
and
playing in tight. They're giving black the hoop shot, and yellow's presumably taking the clearance on blue.
yeah, and I think that's the right decision. Like
But it's consistent with what they've been doing, isn't it? Oh, that's hilled. Wow.
that's held. It's not a block, but it's still position.
It's still hoop runnable.
Yeah, I mean you'd back Danis to run this, I think. But at 6-3, you've got the luxury that you can take a few risks and just say to your opponent, okay, you might run this, but you're not going to run it 100% of the time. And when you don't run it, there's a good chance we'll get the hoop. Wow. So that's stuck. Maybe not entirely on the wire. I don't know if we can quite see the ball. I think the camera's position slightly tricky, but essentially black hit the wire and stopped. I don't think it's glued to the wire, but it's...
We're not sure it's runnable.
I think, I don't imagine that's runnable.
So is this a clearance? Almost certainly.
Why? What's he clearing for? That's
He's
mad.
clearing black.
Unless there's an off, what's the point of that? Unless black can run.
So this just gives the easy stop shot for blue.
Easy stop shot, hold position for the hoop. Nicely done. And
red takes position, black takes position, yellow clears, blue clears red. It's a short boundary.
Yeah, I suppose if yellow catches his left-hand side of blue, he might be able to punt it up towards corner 4.
Yeah, yellow's not in it.
But I mean, at 7 yards, you're beginning to lose a bit of the say about where exactly the blue you hit, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you're right. Red just has to take position here, unless you're really worried about. Because I don't see Dallas hitting yellow away, do you? I don't think she would have really thought about. I don't think it's her style.
It is. Now you say that it is doubles, but she did go for that clearance hard at hoop 9. She did go for that
That's
clearance.
true.
She did,
That's
and
true.
she didn't hit it in the middle, and she got him peg high.
Mm.
So if she'd got him more in the middle, he would have been sort of down towards hoop 2 area. So I think she can get the power if she middles it.
And actually, having said,
This looks like a
it
clearance.
looks like a clearance, right?
Yeah.
But is it on yellow or is it on?
Yeah, this has got to be on yellow. If you're taking on the clearance, because the clearance on yellow is much shorter.
Yeah, and actually we've read where it is.
There's quite a lot of lawn
Yeah, there's a lot of lawn to hide blue
without the big
behind red.
distance. Yeah,
Oh,
nice
that's
shot.
very good. That's very good. And has she got decent position with black as well? She
She's
almost got decent
useful
position.
with black.
And
Yellow's
it's not quite
yellow's not got a
wide.
double.
It's
No,
not
it's
quite.
not. It's completely open, but he's not got the ball and the hoop.
He's not got the ball and hoop, and yeah, and also yellow can't clear blue more than what 7 or 8 yards. There's a potential to get it wide.
There
behind
is.
black.
It's got to be a quite good shot.
It's to get it wide behind the hoop. I think you probably end up got to hit the hoop itself.
Oh.
And
So
that hoop swung quite well, and yeah, it was Dallas taking that shot on, which I didn't think she would, but she was absolutely right to, it seems.
she executed it really well. That's a great shot.
Yeah.
And now he
You
looks a little bit like he doesn't like where red is.
So how greedy would you be here? How much would you show off? There's potential there maybe for jaws and flick off to 11, run through by a centimetre and rush to 11. All sorts
I
of
don't think the angle's quite right with black on red.
black on.
Oh no! You don't know. You just know because red's. No, I think red is okay. So yeah, red taking position. Oh, that's a lovely position. Yeah, so that is now 6-4 to the Aussies. So yeah, is she taking a shot or is she taking position on this? She's taking a shot. That's surprising. But she hit it nicely, but black's gone quite a long way. So it looks like we're going to get into a bit of a clearing battle here. I reckon yellow takes position and then blue's probably going to shoot at yellow. Ooh. Yellow's probably gone a little bit further than he would have liked. Is blue going to shoot at it or is he going to take position? Has he decided? This looks like a shot. Some interesting choices at this hoop, I'd say. But yeah, he's missed that. So just red back to position.
So I just missed that.
Yeah, it looks like the Kiwis have just thrown away hoop 11. So Dallas hit a good clearance with black, but you can see where she's ended up.
But why was she taking that clearance
I'm
at all?
not sure. I'm not sure if they had a discussion before she took the shot or not.
And then having done that clearance, George takes a clearance on.
Yeah, I think they might regret that choice.
Absolutely, because they've done the clearance at 11, it seems, and yet the Aussies have still got 2 balls in front, and they've not got a ball anywhere near. So that's a bit of an error, I think. And now they've got to, now they're stuck clearing, or they've got to hope for a miss, right?
Wow. So now I'm going to play silly book. Oh no, Australia.
you're not. You're just gonna run the
6-4.
hoop.
I'm going to run the hoop.
Well, you might play silly buggers, drag it out and crunch out a 6-4 on time.
As you can see, my husband, great respect for my croquet playing ability. Oh, that looks like it's blocked Red's hoop shot as well. It's gone to test the hoop there. We've not actually had anyone banging in hoops or checking them
I don't
at
think
all.
these hoops have been that loose. And
I don't
how
know.
many big hits have we had at the hoop? That's the first.
Not really. People aren't taking big hits at hoops, really.
Mm.
Or we've not seen too many. I mean, we missed the singles this morning. I think there was some more aggressive hoop rung in some of the men's singles this morning. But generally, people have been clearing, I'd say, rather than going for
Absolutely.
the longer hoops. So they've probably not had
That's-
too many thwacks to them to get them out of the ground.
That's
Very
that
close to red.
that can't be the right decision, right? Or maybe actually, because I suppose red's got rid of blue, but blue's got a hoop shot that it didn't have a minute ago.
It did, but yellow's good to play. Yellow looks like it's quite easy
Yellow's-
to
Yeah,
jaws.
I'd say yellow's got a okay hoop shot there.
And
I suppose by blue playing into cannon fodder position, it forces Wendy to do something about blue, rather than
improved yellow.
improve yellow, take on a speculative jump or block
You
black.
can't. Yeah, red can't leave blue there, can it? Because I mean, this is only 50. Dallas has taken a shot and could easily hit this. So
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a sort of it's one of those human psychology things, is that you kick yourself if you don't move blue in that
Yeah.
situation and you lose the hoop because of it. But actually, potentially, the blocking red black clearance on
Ooh.
yellow might be better.
you think?
As-
How
as-
far away was she?
I
It's
don't know.
you're not playing. Great shot.
Great shot. Great shot.
You're not play. The line's not great for playing along it because you're playing perpendicular to the blocking line. Like
That's
I quite like playing the block when you're playing sort of near it and along the right line. But I think when you've got to bisect it from
No, absolutely. And actually, with Dallas making that clearance, and Ed getting rejected from the hoop previously, George has earned himself a hoop shot here.
he has. It looked
The
like yellow was
thing-
trying to block the hoop shot.
Yeah. But I mean, George has got to realise that this is his hoop shot.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if he likes it or not. This is his hoop shot.
I can't tell. Is this a clearance on red or is this
Let's
a hoop
find out.
shot? It looks like it might be a hoop shot.
Oh, it was a hoop shot.
Hard
And it was
luck.
good effort. And this is Wendy lining up for the game.
Yep. And to be honest, Jaws is probably good enough here.
Yeah, Jaws is just
Yeah, you need to. I think you
such a
need to
terrible
go.
end to the game, though.
Not. I know. Oh,
Oh, Wendy.
she's hung around though.
Yeah. And actually, Dallas, in the last half of this game, has been clearing very well.
She has, but you think
I-
she's clearing? It looks like she's clearing yellow, doesn't it?
It's clearing yellow. I think it's got to be clear yellow, and I think she's hanging around. That's my call.
Okay, I'm not going to contradict you.
I think that's good. I think that's good.
Yeah, but yellow just plays back, and red's got a clearance on black to corner 3, and then Dallas has got to hit a 14-yarder again.
But again, yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, you're right. Yeah.
That's in front.
But I suppose
That's
with
nice.
red having to do that clearance, it's not doing something else like nipping in front or clearing.
Oh, you've got the
Blue.
option of playing for the block, but I need to just see where blue ends up, I guess. But
Like, I don't think there's anywhere too much better for black to end up, and that's kind of a
looks
bit
like
wayward.
it's hilled a little bit.
But he's gone deep enough that it shouldn't really matter too much. Like, I don't think that hill's changed the angle at all, or too much. And now Wendy clears, and it boils down to if Dallas does a clearance again,
Then
George gets another hoop shot.
Yep.
That's a good clearance.
Yeah, that's nice. Red's hung around,
Yeah,
and
maximum
she's got the
distance.
cut basically to the corner. That's a nice shot. The players don't look quite as cold as they were previously. It sort of sun seems to have come out again,
Yeah.
and the wind's died down a little bit here.
Yeah. So Dallas is just slightly off screen. She's in the corner about to play the shot.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, so this looks like it must be a clearance on yellow.
And you might be able to see in the background the characteristic blue skies of Australia are gone, and instead it's been replaced by the grey skies that we're so used to. So right now we're both wearing scarves, hats and gloves and coats. So
Oh, just missed that. Okay, so Ed to run this
for the game.
For the game. Oh, are his trainers the Australian colours as well?
That's a keen pair of eyes you got there.
Yeah, straight through.
Right, so that makes it 7-4, and that's game to Australia.
So, on to the decider. I imagine the players will take a quick break again.
Yeah, absolutely. So what do you reckon? That game, what was the difference between the first game and the second game?
I don't know. I didn't like some of the decisions that the Kiwis made in the second game.
I mean, Ed came
Dallas played really well towards the end of that game, but I think the damage had perhaps been done to get to 5-3.
Yeah, I mean, Ed came out into that second game pretty strongly. Like, ball in front.
Really nice run down.
Nice hoop run, and then a cracking clearance at hoop 2.
Yeah.
And